What's going on, guys? So today is my final video for my top series of the top legal cards, or the best legal cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! I already have the legal spells and legal traps. It will be in the description. I'm probably going to put annotations in the video. But today is the top best monsters that can be played in pretty much any deck. There's some cards, just like my spells and unlike spells and traps, and the monster cards are a little bit different. But they're the best cards that are legal that you can play in almost every deck. But it's pretty darn well close. And starting it off, let's get to it. Number 10, Max C. During either player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. This turn, each turn your opponent special summons a monster or Urs. Immediately draw one card. You can only use one Max C per turn. Max C is very good against the very fast spamming decks. It's not as good now. It's more of a side deck card, but it can be played in any deck pretty much. So that's why I say Max C deserves number 10. There's really not much more to say about it. It's a hand trap. But I'd say it's big brother that can be played a little bit more widely, especially if you're playing more back row, and it'll be number 9. It's Card D. Cannot be special summoned during your main phase 1. If this card was normal summon this turn, you can tribute this card, draw 2 cards, then it becomes the end phase. You can not special summon. Really, this could go hand in hand. This could be number 10, Max C could be number 9. I just think Card D personally first should be number 9 because you get the free 2 draws every time. Sometimes Max C opponent will only special summon 1 monster. You only get 1 draw, so it only really becomes a 1-for-1. So no pluses. Yeah, but Card D, really good card. It's not the best, but it could be better if it didn't end the phase, but, you know, what can you do? But, yeah, that's our number 9. Not much more to say about him either. Let's go to our number 8, Fossil Dyna. Now, there's more to say about this because this can be played in any deck, but especially more anti-meta decks, but this can be side-decked. Neither player can special summon monsters. When this card is flip face up, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. That effect is amazing. It's a little slower. Cards that could also be out about this same level is Jowgen and... yeah, I think Jowgen and Fossil Dyna. Jowgen is you discard a card. It's a little bit faster, but I kind of like the flip aspect because unless he gets popped when a monster attacks into him, flip, destroy special summon monsters, and pretty much every deck in the format special summons. Even Bujin special summons sometimes to some degree. Yeah, so Fossil Dyna I would deserve number 8 because it can be played or side decked in a lot of decks. Number 7, Honest. This is where I was talking about that not all of them can play in any deck, but Honest can be played in any deck that you play a lot of lights. And so that does make it a wide variety of decks because it can be used in any deck, unlike a lot of other cards. So, Honest, during your main phase, you can return this card from the field to your hand. During either player's damage step, when a light monster you control battles, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. The monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster. It's battling until the end phase. Awesome, awesome card. This breaks game. I mean, this makes games... you winning happen a lot more. Bujins basically get 4 of these with Crane and then Honest, but Crane's not as good as Honest, but this card is very good in any deck that plays lights. I mean, if you're playing a deck that plays lights, play Honest. If you don't, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. But yeah, that's Honest. There's not really any more to say about him. He's awesome. 6, Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. This card was not played for the battle. It wasn't played, it just wasn't played as much as it was like a year ago, but I think it's starting to see some more resurface because it's basically an extra trap. He's a number 7, and rank 7s are the thing right now with dragons and whatever. So you can Gores and whatever. Only thing is, it's not good with a deck that plays field spells or whatever because you cannot special summon this card from your... I mean, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you must control no cards to activate and resolve its effect. But if you don't know what Gores is, and when you receive damage from your opponent, you can special summon 1 emissary token. Its attack and defense are equal to the amount of damage you took, and if it's effect damage, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of damage you took. But usually people don't ever do it with effect damage. They save it for battle damage. Really good card. It gets you a 2700 beater, and yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 2 Gores in the OCG right now, so hey, maybe in the future TCG we'll see that, but fuck, who knows. But that's Gores. Let's go on with our number 5, Neo-Spacing and Granmole. Why this card can be played in any deck, though some people might disagree, is this is what I would consider a tech card. Kind of like what Gores is. You can tech this into any deck as a compulse, basically. At the start of a damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can return both monsters to the hand without damage calculation. So basically, big XYZ or big Synchro, or even a big beater stick, really. Attack, return to hand, whatever. But that's why I think it's a very good tech. It can really fuck up some decks sometimes. Big eyes on the field. Yeah, back to your hand. Draker Sack, back to your hand. Draker Sack can be destroyed, but he can be returned back to the hand, so that's the thing. Good deck card. He can be played in any deck. Do people do it? No, but I think it's also underrated how good this card is, and I feel like more people would play it. Also, you can put it in the side deck if it's a really heavily XYZ or Synchro deck you're going against. Side deck it if you really don't think it can fit in your main deck, but very good card. Definitely deserves our number 5. Number 4, Tour Guide. Now, there's probably going to be some discrepancy, kind of like, honestly, you can't play this any deck, but there are a lot of decks and I mean a lot, that you can play Tour Guide, especially now it's at 3 again. You play 3 Tour Guides and a Night Assailant if you really want to get sketchy, or a Tour Bus from the Underworld. But yeah, 3 Tour Guide. When this card's normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 3 Fiend type monster from your hand or deck. Its effects are negated, and it cannot be used as a synchro material monster. Basically, a free rank 3 play, Leviair, Leviathan, Acid Golem, any other rank 3. But I'd say in most people's cases, it's usually a Zen mains. I have had some people beat me down with an Acid Golem, but Tour Guide's also good in rank 3 spam decks. It's just an overall awesome card, and no wonder even after it's been reprinted twice now, and so it has 3 prints of it, and I think it's still like $6 or $7 for 1 Tour Guide. It is pretty good, and it's very common reprints too. So Tour Guide of the Underworld, awesome card, can be played in any deck. Yeah, good card. Number 3, Effect VELLER. This card can be also played in any deck, like I'm saying, like the whole theme of this top monsters that are legal. During your opponent's main phase, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, select one face-up effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effects. Good. Monster gets on the field, has effect, is about to blow up the field, negate. Judgment Dragon, negate. Cost, then negate. Very good card. It's also a tuner, so that's why people like to maybe tech in. I see for a while some people weren't playing it, but now people are playing it again at 2, and some people play 3. But 2 seems to be the solid that, like, if people are going to play it, they don't usually play 1 VELLER, they play 2 or more. But yeah, VELLER is awesome because if you're a deck that doesn't really play any tuners, but you want to have some access to like a couple synchro players, having Effect VELLER is good because if you don't want to VELLER your opponent, you can go into synchros. And if you're playing a Chaos Dragon deck or something that you want some lights and darks and some extra lights that you can pitch into the grave for you, Effect VELLER is really good. Still expensive card. We're getting a reprint in Gold Series 2014 Premium Gold, and I'm sure it's still probably going to be a $10 card, probably even more. Go to our number 2, Thunder King Ryo. Any player can play this, and most people do, and play 1 Thunder King. Basically, either player can add cards from their deck to their hand except drawing, so no dualities, no searching out like 6 Samshians, Rodas, none of that crap. And you can send this face-up card to the card to the graveyard to negate a special summon if you really want to. I don't really see many people do that. I feel like some people even forget that's like a thing about the card because it's the first effect that you really want. But this deck can just stop your opponent like first turn summon. Like, it really is an awesome card. It definitely deserves number 2. Some people side deck it, but I usually see it main decked because it's at 1. What would be way better if it was at 2, but you know, it's Thunder King and Konami, and that's never gonna happen. But yeah, Thunder King, great card. But now onto our number 1, the boss of them all, that people will probably see coming. BLS, Blackluster Soldier and Void of the Beginning. Cannot be normal summoner set. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 light and dark. So there's not all decks can play this, but if you play the Tour Guide engine and play 3 Effect VELLERs with your main deck, then yeah, you can play this. Target 1 monster on the field, banish the target face up. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. During the damage step, if the attacked monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can make it a second attack. So say if you got this on the field, your opponent only had like a 1,200 attacker on the field. Attack him, 1,800 damage, attack again, 3,000, 4,800 damage. BLS is so broken, but it's still at 1 because I feel like Konami just wants to keep that one boss chaos monster for them because it's overpowered, but like it's so good and not overpowered at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. Such a good card, but you can special summon it after it was special summoned by banishing 1 light dark once. So like if you did that once, went to the grave, you can call it the Haunted, Monster Reborn, and Grand Soil it out of somebody's graveyard, all that shenanigans. But this card definitely deserves number 1. I'm pretty sure Asian Eyes White Dragon would be proud because this is like his favorite card. Everybody knows he puts BLS and everything. And yeah, this card is amazing. So guys, that is my top 10 legal monster cards for the current format. If you like this video, thumbs it up. Subscribe to our channel for more videos, deck profiles, all that stuff. Check out the links for my top spells and trap cards, and share the video if you deem it, if you deem it well. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.